So I want to do this video on why I do reviews the way I do them. And then I got like halfway through it and realized I'm doing it on the Pocket 3, just so you're aware. And I had it in vertical mode, so the screen was up vertically, which means I record in vertical mode. And I'm recording this for YouTube, so yeah, now I gotta start over. And that's twice this week. See, I can't even get anything right. But that's twice so far this week where I've messed something up. The other day I was recording a video and I realized 90% of my audio was missing. And it was like, dang, like I gotta, and that was the main story of my video. And then today I get halfway through and I realize I'm recording the wrong way. So maybe I just need to stop vlogging, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I kind of wanted to get into like why I do my reviews the way I do, because I could make them a lot better. I could make them with a massive amount of better B-roll. I just did that one on the 16 to 35, which I'll link up here if you wanna look into it. It's about a 10-year-old lens. I did a little bit of B-roll into it and showed some photos. And I'm learning how to do this to get better at it because, like I said, reviews aren't my thing. So it's a fun thing to learn as you go. And I think it's just like anything, right? The more you start creating something, the more you realize there's a lot to learn. Like you might be really good at photos, but when it comes to video or when it comes to like Lightroom and you're like used to the way you do things, and then you're like, oh, I need to point this out, need to point this out. You start realizing, oh, I need to actually like learn what some of this stuff is. And that's when it kind of dawned on me that yes, my reviews aren't top tier. They're not going to be these insane ones that you're going to see a lot of people doing right now. But part of me is also thinking there's a reason I like doing it this way. And maybe it's an excuse because, like I said, I'm not there yet. But one of the things is that some of these guys show some like insane stuff when it comes to reviews. And let's be honest, 90% of us are never gonna be in those situations. And that's when it's like, can y'all show me how this works on the day-to-day basis? Show me how the internal audio works. Show me how it works if I'm vlogging. Show me how it works when I'm doing all these different things. But we don't really get that a lot of the times. Like, don't get me wrong, I love those kind of videos. I love the fact that Peter McKinnon threw an Insta360 X4 on top of a plane and did a dope review on it. I love seeing those insane things, but 90% of us are never gonna be doing a lot of those things. 90% of us are gonna be using it for the day-to-day situation. Maybe we're running vlogs, maybe we're using it to snowboard, maybe we're using it to throw in our car and things like that. And we need to know how the internal audio sounds. We need to know the ins and the outs. But when people are creating these epic commercial style things, it's like the whole idea is just to get people to buy it, which obviously it's a product, that's the end goal. But it's better to have that, but also to have a review on top of that, if that makes sense, right? So you can have this epic commercial, but like, give me the ins and the outs, give me the details of it. Give me some B-roll, let me know what everything looks like, show me what it looks like straight out of camera, before editing, after editing. Like, give me the details. I'd rather keep it that way and just keep it to what 90% of people are gonna be using it for, instead of having to create some ultra elaborate thing. And let's be honest, most people are gonna look at it and be like, cool, but no, that's not what I'd ever use it for. So why would I ever get the product? Versus a lot of people would be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, sure, I could use that lens for real estate. I could definitely use that kind of editing software because it would help me with the kind of creative style I want to get into, all those different things. So that is exactly why I'm doing the reviews the way I do it. But if you made it this far, I appreciate you hanging out with me and listening to me rant, because I was out doing some footage for another video I'm working on, and I just figured I'd talk about this quick and why I'm doing the reviews the way I choose to do them. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna get better at them. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like seeing the basics of how you would do it, or do you wanna see something epic, or do you like seeing like a mixture of both where it shows how good it can be in certain situations, but then it also showcases the product, like the audio, the visual, and all that?